Predictive read for the 21st. Spirit, please. There he is again. Okay, so we start off with now and in the future. You do have the chance to get through this. There may be a Leo close by. You have the power to open people up and shut them up. This is about self-expression, your heart and your back. So healing is taking place. Those born on the 8th or the 26th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important. But there is a toxic situation where someone is being manipulated. It's about the external public life, the knees and the bones. Capricorn energy. It's about vows, contracts, something you feel duty bound to. It's toxic. Those born on the 15th, living or past date for your diary and address, massively important. There is financial stability. If you're worried about retirement, nothing to worry about financially. However, there will be loyal friends. There doesn't seem to be any love in the situation. So 10 years from now, you may be very lonely in your gilded cage. In the home life, there is offers of love. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or someone that you have feelings for. There is a marriage. It is what you've always been told is the right situation. So you're living by the values that were instilled in you as a child. There will have been blessings. There may be keys to new homes. But really it's doing things by the book. Those born on the 5th or the 23rd, living or past date for your diary and address. And then being trapped in a mental prison of your own making. Your friends see that you lack commitment. You're good at starting things but not finishing them. It causes conflict and competition, and you're stuck. Those born 1966, plus or minus 12, February to February, I mentioned. Fire signs and air signs. Stuck in stormy waters, going nowhere. Work life. If there is any question to do with your work life, think of a yes/no question and the answer is yes. There is no going back how things were. That's obvious. But we've said this before, you are on the threshold. We're all on a threshold in some place or situation in our lives. We can either stay on the same path that we're on and make the changes necessary so it cannot go back to the way it was, or we take a whole new path altogether and begin again. There will be communications, financial opportunities and generosity from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn female, possibly with a Scorpio close by. A very generous friend. She could wear a uniform. She could be a mother energy. Wishes and dreams. You have been walking a tightrope for quite some time. Walking on eggshells, juggling too many things, trying to do everything by yourself. It's time to ask for help. You're coming out of a nightmare situation now and you're about to release the burden. You're on the last stretch now. So just a little bit longer and you can leave the nightmare behind. The next coming event is that Spirit is giving you hope, a cup full of love, unconditional love and peace. But you have to choose to accept it. And the next two cards say possibly not. There is lies, deceit, negative communications, lack of clarity, confusion, perhaps a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius child, or immature energy, nasty words received. And then we have a Virgo energy, which is the intestines and the abdomen. The swinging hospital doors, the lockdown, if you like. It is reversed, so there will be issues with the stomach. Your gut instinct, you're not listening to it, you're not listening to Spirit. You are deciding to keep the material wealth, which won't keep you warm in your later years. The money's there, but there's no love. So, two dogs are mentioned, those born 1970 plus or minus 12, February to February. Two snakes, those born 1965 plus or minus 12, February to February. And a Cancer in the past, left behind. So, Yeah, you didn't follow your dream. Because something toxic manipulated you into staying stagnant. You're stuck. So, it's just one day. It could all change tomorrow. But we are in retrograde, so we are going back and revisiting things. Hopefully that's all it is. Yeah, the masculine energy, it requires action and nobody's taking any. So that fire will be put out. Card, which card shall we have? Yeah. So what in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties in life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist your life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, doing things by the book. But there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to the facade than to embrace who we truly are. Coming out of the nightmare. To surrender to how we've changed and align our life to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were and the things that you once defined yourself by. The job, the relationship, the mask you wore. To embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that came here to be in full authenticity. Which would be the Hermit if we managed to turn it around. At the moment, we're in the reverse. To courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity. To embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationship or circumstance and it's time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so they're congruent with who you truly are now. What in your life is not aligned and needs to change?